Next we have the preparation methods of carboxylic acids. So first we will see few preparation methods of carboxylic acids. The first preparation method is from primary alcohols. We know what is the general representation of a primary alcohol. It is CH2OH. General representation of a primary alcohol is CH2OH. How we can convert this primary alcohol to carboxylic acid? Yes, we have already studied about this by oxidation. Primary alcohols on oxidation, using strong oxidizing agents we get carboxylic acids. So what are the examples of strong oxidizing agents? The strong oxidizing agents examples are alkaline KMnO4, we can represent it as KMnO4 bar OH minus. Acidified potassium dichromate can be written as K2Cr2O7 bar H plus. It is acidified potassium dichromate, or we can use chromic acid also. So these are the common strong oxidizing agents we are using. So primary alcohols on oxidation, using strong oxidizing agents we will get carboxylic acid. So the method of preparation is by oxidation. For example, CH3, CH2, CH2OH. Above the arrow, if it is written as KMnO4 bar OH minus, that means above the arrow the reagent used is alkaline KMnO4, and we know that it is a strong oxidizing agent, and here we have a primary alcohol. We know that primary alcohols, on treating with a strong oxidizing agent, they will be converted to carboxylic acid. So remember, here we need to replace only CH2OH by COOH. So the product will be CH3 CH2 COOH. Now here remember, when we are using alkaline medium, or when we use a sodium or potassium salt for the oxidation, we won't get carboxylic acid directly. First we will be getting the sodium or potassium salt. So here we need to write it as COOK. The reason is, here we have taken KMnO4, a potassium salt. So first we will be getting potassium salt of carboxylic acid, which on acidification, any acid we can use, but we need to write only H plus above the arrow. This potassium salt will be converted to carboxylic acid. So the answer will be CH2COOH. Okay, instead of this, another example is benzene ring containing CH2OH. Instead of a potassium salt or alkaline medium, if I am using the strong oxidizing agent, that is K2Cr2O7 bar H plus. Since the medium is acidic, here we will be getting the primary alcohol will be oxidized to carboxylic acid itself. So the product will be, we need to replace only CH2OH by COOH. So primary alcohols can be converted to carboxylic acids by oxidation using strong oxidizing agents. Now the second preparation of carboxylic acid is from aldehydes. We know what is aldehyde functional group. They can generally represent it as RCHO. CHO is the aldehyde functional group. How we can convert this aldehyde to carboxylic acid? Yes, this is also we have already studied. Aldehydes by oxidation we can convert to carboxylic acid, and for this oxidation either we can use mild oxidizing agent or strong, because aldehyde always on oxidation we are getting carboxylic acid. So aldehyde, the method of preparation is aldehydes can be converted to carboxylic acid by oxidation. So which are the examples of mild oxidizing agents? Yes, PCC, copper and heat, isn't it? So these are the few examples of, then CrO3 these are the few examples of mild oxidizing agents. So if we want to prepare carboxylic acids from aldehydes, oxidize it either by using a strong oxidizing agent or mild oxidizing agent. For example, CH3CHO, above the arrow if it is written as CrO3. From the reagent it is clear that the reaction taking place is oxidation. See what is the functional group written here, it is an aldehyde. So aldehyde always on oxidation we will be getting what? Carboxylic acid. So we need to replace only CHO by COOH. Now the third preparation of carboxylic acid is actually from alkyl benzene. How we can represent alkyl benzene generally? We know that the alkyl group is generally represented as capital R group. So alkyl benzene means R group attached to benzene ring. Now how we can convert this alkyl benzene to benzoic acid? Yes, here also by oxidation. But this oxidation is known as side chain oxidation. So alkyl benzenes can be converted to aromatic carboxylic acids by side chain oxidation. Now the reagent required for side chain oxidation is, the side chains can be oxidized to carboxylic acid only under vigorous conditions. We know what is meant by vigorous condition, that means heating with strong oxidizing agents. So how we can write the reagent as, so here the reagent is, we know the strong oxidizing agents are KMnO4 bar OH minus, along with this we have to write heat also, or K2Cr2O7 bar H plus and heat, or we can use chromic acid also. So the reagent for side chain oxidation is heating with strong oxidizing agents. So alkaline KMnO4 and heat is a very common reagent that we use for side chain oxidation. The most important point regarding the side chain oxidation is, we cannot oxidize all the hydrocarbon side chains to carboxylic acid except tertiary group. We cannot oxidize tertiary alkyl group if they come as the side chain. So except tertiary group, any alkyl group, whether it is primary or secondary, can be easily oxidized to carboxylic acids irrespective of their length. So remember, tertiary alkyl groups we cannot be oxidized to, we cannot oxidize to carboxylic acids. And the reagent used for the side chain oxidation is heating with strong oxidizing agent, and the common reagent that we use for the side chain oxidation is alkaline KMnO4 and heat. For example, if there is a methyl group on the ring, the reagent we can write it as KMnO4 hyphen KOH, or we can simply write it as bar OH minus, and heat. So here what happens, the entire side chain, remember that during side chain oxidation the entire side chain will be oxidized to carboxylic acid. So here methyl group will be converted to ring, there is no chain, CH3 group will be converted to COO. See here the reagent that we are using is potassium salt alkaline medium. So first we will be getting COOK, potassium salt of carboxylic acid, which on acidification we get carboxylic acid itself. So here we have a methyl group as the side chain. See the next example. Benzene ring containing an ethyl group, and here it is a primary alkyl group. But we have two carbon atoms, no problem, it is a primary alkyl group. So irrespective of their length, they can be oxidized to carboxylic acid. Same reagent only we are using here, KMnO4, KOH and heat. Remember, the entire side chain will be oxidized to carboxylic acid. So first we will be getting potassium salt of carboxylic acid, which on acidification we get carboxylic acid itself. Okay. Now in the next example, benzene ring containing isopropyl group. What is isopropyl group? CH3 twice CH group. So here we have a bigger group, but we know that it is a secondary alkyl group. So this can also be oxidized to carboxylic acid. But here also remember, the entire side chain will be oxidized to carboxylic acid. But if we are using a sodium or potassium salt as the reagent, we will be getting sodium or potassium salt of carboxylic acid itself, which on acidification we get carboxylic acid. So see, in the first example we have a methyl group, in the second example we have a primary alkyl group, in the third example we have a secondary alkyl group. The entire side chains are oxidized to carboxylic acid. If we have a tertiary butyl group as the side chain, we know that the tertiary butyl group is CH3 thrice C as the side chain in the benzene ring, and if we are doing vigorous oxidation of this compound by heating with alkaline KMnO4, will there be any oxidation? No. So here no oxidation. The reason is it is a tertiary alkyl group present. So except tertiary alkyl group, all the primary and secondary alkyl groups can be easily oxidized to carboxylic acids irrespective of their length. Remember, the oxidation is vigorous oxidation, delta or heating is compulsory. Now the fourth method of preparation is from nitriles and amides. We know that nitriles, there is another name for cyanides. Cyanides group representation is free valence C. If we are expanding the structure of cyano group, it will be C triple bond N. How we can convert a cyano group to carboxylic acids, or how we can prepare carboxylic acids from cyanides? It is by hydrolysis. And we know that the reagent for hydrolysis is, either we can write it as H2O bar H plus, or we can write it as H3O plus, that is acidified water. Instead of this, we can use alkaline water also. Since we are preparing carboxylic acids here, better if we use acidified water itself. So reagent how to represent is H2O bar H plus, or we can write it as H3O plus. So we can prepare carboxylic acids from cyanides by hydrolysis. So first I am treating with cyanides. General representation is, or expanded form is C triple bond N. On treatment with H2O bar H plus or H3O plus, already we have studied when we add water to a triple bond, add as H2 and O. So here I am adding water as H2O across this C triple bond N. So give H2 here and O here. And after addition, what happens? The triple bond will become single bond. So what we are getting as the product here is free valence C. C will become CO. Double bond triple will become single. N will become NH2. So cyanides or nitriles are now hydrolyzed to CONH2 groups are known as amides. And this hydrolysis only partial hydrolysis. So cyanides are partially hydrolyzed to amides. So this is representing partial hydrolysis. So cyanides are partially hydrolyzed to amides, which on complete hydrolysis, again we need to write the reagent, that is H2O bar H plus. In order to undergo complete hydrolysis of cyanides, we have to heat it. So only if there is heat, cyanides can undergo complete hydrolysis. And see how the splitting here, always we are studying the reaction of water as HOH, isn't it? Only there is exception if there is a triple bond. Whenever there is a triple bond, add water as H2 and O. Otherwise, in all the other reactions of water, we are studying as HOH. So here the splitting, here there is splitting of carbon nitrogen bond and HOH, hydrogen will be added here and OH will be given to carbonyl group, and the product will be CO will become COOH and NH2 will become NH3. So what is the need of heating here actually? For the complete hydrolysis of cyanides, we need to break the carbon nitrogen bond and there should be release of ammonia. So in order to break the bond and to release ammonia, we have to heat it. Okay, so remember, for the complete hydrolysis of cyanides, we need to heat with acidified water. So this is a general representation of hydrolysis of cyanide. So how we can summarize it? If cyanides are undergoing partial hydrolysis reagent is, we need to write only H2O bar H plus, it will be hydrolyzed to amides. And if CN is undergoing complete hydrolysis. Complete hydrolysis, what is the reagent we are using? H2O bar H plus and heat. What is the product? We will be getting acid and ammonia. So this is about the hydrolysis of cyanides. Remember, there is partial hydrolysis and complete hydrolysis. Partial hydrolysis product will be always amides. For complete hydrolysis, above the arrow or below the arrow there should be delta or heat, and the product will be acid. And remember, amides always on hydrolysis. Amides general representation is CONH2, always on hydrolysis. And for the hydrolysis of amide, we need to heat it. Always we get carboxylic acid and ammonia. Okay, so for the hydrolysis of amide, delta is compulsory and there is only one type of hydrolysis for amides, but for cyanides there is partial hydrolysis and complete hydrolysis. Okay, for example, CH3CN, above the arrow, if it is written as H2O bar H plus only, it represents what? It is only representing partial hydrolysis of cyanides. So the product will be replace CN by CONH2. We will be getting only amide. The same compound CH3CN, if the reagent given is H2O bar H plus and heat, that means it is undergoing complete hydrolysis, and the product will be replace CN by COOH and ammonia. Don't try to by heart the products. As it is mentioned, how the splitting taking place, add water and write the product. Another example is CH3CONH2. CH3CONH2, the compound name is 2 carbon containing amide, so it is ethanamide. Ethanamide, or we can call it as the common name is acetamide. We know that for the hydrolysis of amides, the only reagent is H2O bar H plus and heat. And we know how the splitting of amide, we have to split here HOH. So the product will be CH3COOH plus ammonia. Okay. Another example is benzamide. Benzene ring containing amide group. On heating with acidified water, split here, add water as HOH, we will be getting benzoic acid and ammonia. So this is about the hydrolysis of cyanides and amides. So remember, there is partial and complete hydrolysis of cyanides, but there is only one hydrolysis for amides, and for the hydrolysis of amides, heating is always necessary in order to release ammonia. Now note down, this method is used to convert This method is used to convert alkyl halides to carboxylic acids with 1 carbon more. Than the alkyl halide, and such series are known as ascending series. Okay, remember this hydrolysis method, the hydrolysis of cyanide method is used to convert alkyl halides to carboxylic acids with 1 carbon more than the alkyl halides. If you are preparing compounds with more number of carbon atoms, such series will be known as ascending series. For example, if a question comes to convert chloromethane to ethanoic acid. So when conversion question comes, they will be giving only names. So the first thing what we have to do is write the structure of the compound. What to what? Write the structure. We know that chloromethane formula is CH3Cl. Chloromethane can also be called as methyl chloride. To ethanoic acid. Eth means 2 carbon. 2 carbon containing acid means CH3COOH. And ethanoic acid, another name is acetic acid. So here we have to convert 1 carbon containing alkyl halide to 2 carbon containing acid. Ascending series. So we can do it through cyanide hydrolysis. How we can introduce cyanide to this compound? So starting should be CH3Cl. We know that on treatment with KCN, what happens? It will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction so that Cl will be replaced by Cn. So we get CH3Cn. Now how we can convert Cn to COH? By treatment with acidified water and heat. If you are not putting delta or heat, you won't get carboxylic acid. So here Cn will be hydrolyzed to COOH. So if we want to increase 1 carbon more than the alkyl halides, the method is introduce Cn. One more question. How we can convert chloroethane to propanoic acid? So here also for the conversion questions only names will be given. First we have to write the structure. So chloroethane formula is CH3CH2Cl. We have to convert into propanoic acid. Propanoic acid means prop means 3 carbon containing acid CH3CH2COH. So 2 carbon containing compound we have to convert into 3 carbon containing acid. The same method, CH3CH2Cl, first we have to treat with KCN. It will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction where Cl will be replaced by Cn. So we get CH3CH2Cn, which on hydrolysis, and what type of hydrolysis? Complete hydrolysis. So we have to write delta also. So Cn will be replaced by COOH. And we get propanoic acid, ascending series of carboxylic acid. So these are the few methods for the preparation of carboxylic acids.